Hello, welcome to our 5D Ascension class. Today, we will be facing our fears through past lives, present, and if you choose to, future. So, welcome to everyone in the live chat. Hello, welcome. Please say hello, let us know where you're from. And to give you a little reminder and context of these classes, so they're really designed as a free class that runs every second Tuesday to help support you developing your own meditation practice, your own energetic and spiritual hygiene, building the foundations, and a strong foundation for your fifth dimension ascension. And that means it's all about raising your vibration, helping you connect back in with your heart, break through those fears, like coming out of the mind alone and coming back down into our nice big open hearts in our love and all our wonderful, unique superpowers. So, through these classes, you'll see in the live stream chat, I've also added it on screen just here to try it out. I don't know if you guys can read it okay. Um, is there's a playlist of all of these 5D Ascension classes, and there's quite a few of them already. There is uh, currently 16 videos in that playlist, and really these 5D Ascension classes are forming a free course, really designed for anyone in the world who wants to help support their own ascension. And you can also check out how to learn lots of different psychic abilities and much more in those videos. So please do check them out. If you've come over here from one of my live streams or you've come here from a one-to-one session, welcome. Thanks for coming here as well. These classes are all about helping empower you and helping you learn many of the techniques that I've learned on the job over the years through hundreds of client sessions and working with client spirit guides from around the universe. Okay, so let's start a little bit just before we go into our safe space, as I always create one each with each session to explain a little bit about the purpose. So, in our previous session, we've been looking at our future selves, our future dream lives. Like, what is it that we feel will bring us the highest joy in our lives? And we were working on bringing that into the present. So that's awesome, right? So we really need that in our lives because having that sense of perpetual, infinite joy, as my future self always says to me whenever I visit, and it's been consistent for years now, my future self always says, John, it's all about the joy. It's all about the joy. And there's no limit to the amount of joy. You never hear anyone saying, oh, I ran out of joy, right? You can run out of money, but you can't run out of joy. And to get to these high vibration, happy, high vibration levels of joy, it's also important to face those deep, dark, um, often painful fears that exist within all of us. And in the Higher Self Foundational Training course this week, it's an 8-week course, so it's the premium version of what we're doing here today. I've been working with the class of 8 people, and we've been doing a lot of shadow work and highlighting a lot of these fears. So the class has been sharing a shadow of fear each day. And like every class, like myself, it takes a little time to warm up, and then we've been sharing these fears. So I'd like you, as we're continuing through this class, to really reflect on some of the things that you feel you're most scared of at this time, and it can be absolutely anything, right? There's no We can be scared of anything, and there's it can range from spiders to being scared of the Incredible Hulk to the world ending to losing your job, losing your partnership, whatever it is. So just please keep in mind that we all have fears, and that we're all on a journey, and we all get the opportunity to face them. And so I'm here to help walk with you hand in hand to help you face some of your greatest fears. Wonderful. And yes, please do know that whatever you share in the live chat, it's so powerful because others will watch this video and listen to it back. They'll experience this whole video, and and really get to see that they're not alone. Maybe you're sharing a fear and you might think it's unique to you, and it's quite likely shared by many of us. And if you're in the replay, please do comment as well, because I feel many people will come back to these videos over time and enjoy and benefit from them. So please do share your experiences. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a safe space. Let's drink some water first. Okay, so please join me as we create the safe space. And to do so, let's take a deep breath in through the nose, nice and deep, and breathe out what no longer serves our highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep, and breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain, nice and loud. And breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any remaining low vibration energy or emotion that no longer serves you, nice and loud. Continue to breathe deeply and calmly as it feels right for you. And focus your attention now on the very center of your heart, where your golden divine spark enters your human form. And from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light up through the top of your head, up into the sky and up into the stars, all the way up through the highest frequencies and dimensions of this universe until you reach the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. And there connect in your light cord into the highest dimension of source, feeling into that oneness, unity, and unconditional love. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord down to the stars and sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now, this time, from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light downwards, down through the base of your spine and deep into the earth, all the way down through the layers of the planet, going deeper and deeper until you reach the very core of Mother Earth. And there, connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. And we send Mother Gaia so much love at this time. Allow her to send her love back. Remain connected into Gaia's heart and extend your light cord back up through the layers of the planet, up through the roots of your spine and into your heart once more. And now, together with the light of Source above, Mother Gaia below, and your own golden light, expand out a golden bubble of protective light from the center of your heart to surround you, about 2 meters out to each side, above and below, in front and behind you. And set the intention that only energies and entities with our permission, highest good love and compassion, can see us, access us, or exist within our protective bubbles or within us, and that all other energies and entities must leave immediately into our safe space, inviting our spirit guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia, and ask for their guidance, clearing, healing, protection, and assistance with the integration of today's session. And please allow your heart to gently soften and open and to relax. Bringing your attention back to your heart, back to the home of your big, beautiful, loving heart. And now, through space and time, for all of us in the live and in the replay, wherever this is shared, I create a golden protective bubble around our 5D Ascension class. And I set the intention that only energies and entities with my permission and the highest good, love, and compassion of all can see us, access us, or exist in this space or within us, and that all other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into the session space, I invite in my spirit guides, my higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source, and Gaia. And setting the intention that we focus on with today's session is to face our fears across past, present lifetimes, to help us face those fears with our love, compassion, forgiveness, and to help us begin and continue, and where we're able to complete that cycle of fear, learning the lessons and releasing what needs to be released. And with this, we will get started. Thank you. So, focusing again once more on your heart. Allow your heart to have a nice, loud voice throughout today's session, allowing your breath and your body, your heart to relax as much as it feels comfortable to do so. And please imagine now our whole class and the live and the replay in a circle. We're sat in a circle comfortably, and I brought in the violet flame into the very center. And this flame is gently burning to give us an area of focus as we start. And now behind us, please invite, or just yourself, invite in your spirit guides. Invite them to come close to you, to come behind you at this time to be with you. Allow your spirit guides to be here to support you in facing your fears. Often our spirit guides are with us, by our sides, standing behind us, supporting us. They've always got our back with their love. And the backs of our hearts are also a beautiful place and space to receive their love. When you're ready, please turn around to turn your back on the center of the circle, to face outwards now and to face your spirit guides. If you've not met your spirit guides before, well, there's plenty of time to practice meeting them. Lots of practice in these 5D Ascension classes. And ask one of your spirit guides now to step forwards to assist you with this practice of facing your fears. We're going to be accessing our Akashic records for our past and present, and if we choose our futures, to help us connect with and face the fears that will bring us the greatest reward at this time. So please ask one of your spirit guides now to step forwards to you to support you in this journey. Allow your other spirit guides to give you space to perhaps step behind you now that you've turned around, and stand up and join your spirit guide now, the guide that's supporting you to take a step forwards. And I'd also like to invite Archangel Michael to join each of us. He has a superpower of being able to copy himself across multiple instances. So he's creating little copies of himself to work with each of us individually now. And now I'm going to open the Akashic Records. So I'm inviting forwards Archangel Metatron. Archangel Metatron, please open the Akashic Records, open the Akashic Records, open the Akashic Records. And I've asked them to bring forwards to each of us a door, and it is a doorway into our own personal Akashic Records. Allow your door to come close to you and to stop at a distance of 1 or 2 meters in front. And just scan across the door to familiarize yourself with its texture, what it's made of. Is it clean and simple, or modern and futuristic, or old and ancient? A wooden door, stone or otherwise, whatever it's made of, just familiarize yourself with it. And also scan across it for any messages you may have left yourself across space and time. And before you enter this door, please remind your heart that there is no fear that is more powerful than your love. And with this love in your heart, please now open up your Akashic Record door and step inside along with your spirit guide and Archangel Michael and enter your Akashic Record space. Just familiarize yourself. You may have been here before in other classes. You may have been here across space and time. Just allow the energy and the space around you to clear. And please remember that you are in a safe space. Wherever you travel today, you're constantly surrounded by the session safe space that you created around yourself and around the whole session. I'm going to ask Archangel Metatron to do some hard work now. So he's going to go and retrieve 3 further records, 3 further doors for each of us. This will take him a few moments. He's got a lot of work to do. I will assist him also. And what I'm asking Archangel Metatron to do is to bring forwards 3 records, 3 doorways to 3 fears. Now, they may be the same fear, but they're across your past, present, and future. Some of our fears continue as fear cycles throughout lifetimes. Many fears that we take on are the same fears that our ancestors have passed on to us, our soul tribes, or our human bloodlines, to help us have the opportunity to face these fears and bring these fear cycles to an end. And as I'm asking Archangel Metatron to support us in this request, please hold in your heart the feeling of what it is you're most scared of at this time. And please be expansive in this fear, not just the personal, psychic, metaphysical aspects of your life, also business, also the practical aspects. And let's give Archangel Metatron a few more moments to place 3 doors in front of each of us. Thank you. So, behind these doorways, we will have the opportunity to face a fear. We're going to choose just one doorway today. Do know that from the choices of the other doors that you did not choose, you can still come back and repeat this session and access any of these aspects of you, past, present, or future. And just allow the three doors that Archangel Metatron has placed in front of you to begin to become more real for you, identifying their size and shape, even if it's just an outline, or even if you're just imagining the story at this time, it's all valid. It's all real for you. These doors have been organized from left, which is your highest timeline. It's your future timeline. So that's your future. In the middle is the present. And on the right hand side is a past life. And it's a lower vibration than your present life. Pay attention to the significance of the energy of how each door feels. They're closed just now, and it's safe to walk up to them and touch them just before you make your choice about which one to access. Also, ask your guide, your spirit guide, to perhaps point at or stand next to the door of your future, present, or past that needs your attention of facing fears at this time. And now it's time for you to make your decision. So please choose one of the doors. It's often best to go with the door that feels the strongest pull at this time. You don't need to really think it through. At this time, I'm choosing my past, the door on the right. You can choose any of your three doors. Wonderful. Now, please ask your spirit guide to assist you in opening the door. And initially, the door will show very little or nothing behind it. And I've just asked Archangel Metatron, now that you've chosen a door, to release the other two. So there's just one door in front of you now. And as you open the door with your guide, we're going to call forwards to the door. We're going to call forwards through the connection, your present connection to your soul. We're going to call forwards the past, present, or future version of you to come closer up to within the doorway itself. So just the arch of the doorway, and to stand under it and to show themselves to you in the present. If you've chosen your present door, we're inviting forwards the age of you, a time, a year of which this fear that you're choosing to face requires the most help. Let's take a moment as we invite forwards through your soul. And for each of us, I'm working with Archangel Michael. We're connecting, we're threading a thread from your crown chakra up through your higher self, your soul star chakra, about 2 meters above your head, and then up to your soul. And then tracing that connection down to the past, present, or future version of you, to locate them in space and time and invite them forwards now through this Akashic Records door, just to stand under the archway and to begin to reveal themselves to you. And please take a moment to scan from head to toe, not just the visualization, the imagination of what this version of you looks like, but also the size, shape, color, the smell, even more importantly, the feeling in their heart. And some of us have chosen when we were younger in this life. Some of us have chosen past lives on Earth, past lives from across the universe, some not even on planets, they're in ships, and others have chosen their futures. And now that you've had a chance to perceive this version of you, let's ask this version of you, what does it feel like to have this greatest fear at this time within you, within your body? Please show me how it feels within you. Scan across their whole body. You may also have a brief sensation or imagery, or however you receive it, a communication of that fear and how it affects your present and this other version of you. And for a moment, let's ask the question, what is this fear that I am facing at this time? And I'd like to offer you a choice now. You're going to get the choice now that you've heard a bit more and felt a bit more about this fear. You're going to get the choice to safely experience some of this fear. I'm going to be right with you through the whole experience. You'll continue to be within this safe space. Your spirit guide and Archangel Michael will accompany you. It is still your free will choice. And if you do not choose to follow in the next steps, feel free to listen along. So if you choose to, let's ask this version of us to take us to that fear, to show us with safe observation and protection what that fear is that we experienced. So please step forwards to your Akashic record door with your guide and Archangel Michael and reach out your hand and ask this other version of you to take you through your Akashic records door and to show you within their time, within their life, this traumatic or fearful event that needs to be faced and healed at this time. And please walk with them now as you enter that space. With your spirit guide to the left of you, Archangel Michael to the right of you, and the other version of you taking you to your fear of the past, present, or future. Allow them to take you closer now. to that event where it all started. And as you arrive, begin to orientate yourself. Allow this other version of you to continue into the scene itself, to return back into their past, present, or future version of you, playing out, living and experiencing the origins of that fear you came here to face. Keep a safe distance of maybe 1 or 2 meters from them. Give yourself space to be able to observe. And now orientate yourself by scanning around as far out as you can see to the horizon or as far as you can see. Are you indoors or outdoors? Are you on or off a planet? Are you on Earth or on another planet or even spaceship? Allow yourself to perceive the sky, the planets, the ground, the structure that you're upon. And if you're indoors, have a feeling for the layout of what's around you. Be aware of who the other version of you is with. What beings are they? Are they loved ones? Are they human or otherwise? And you can remind your body and your heart of that big, beautiful protective boundary you created at the start, so your heart can gently soften and open even within a potentially hostile environment around you. You're still safe and protected. Now let's focus in on the other version of ourselves that is about to encounter the root cause of this fear you came here to face. And I'm asking Archangel Metron just to gently play now. So pressing play on the Akashic records to allow the access to us to safely perceive and observe how that fear is beginning to manifest now. Please pay close attention to the other version of you and how they're feeling. You can really focus on their hearts. And see who this other version of you is interacting with, one or more beings. Bringing awareness to the energy of the other beings, whether they're human or a being of Earth or any other being from across the universe. And now allow the event to unfurl, safely observing this fearful event as it first triggered and occurred at its root cause. And watch closely the heart and the feelings of the other version of you. Open up your senses across your third eye, your 2 eyes, your ears, your heart, your whole body, your smell, the feelings and vibrations of what's happening around you. And as this happens now, as this event gently unfurls, I'd like to ask at the perfect time, Archangel Metron, please pause this scene this experience so that we can now begin our healing. Perhaps you'll go and stand right next to now this other version of you. Imagine that you're in their shoes and experiencing directly the events around you, feeling into the energy in their hearts and how it feels. And if you wish, you can place your left hand on the heart of the other version of you and begin to feel this fear. What effect is it having on them? How does the heart and the heart chakra feel? Is it becoming tightened and closed with fear? What effect is this fear having on the body? And as you're aware of what's going on around you, I'd also like you to take your left hand and place it just onto the forehead, just over the third eye of this other version of you to connect him with their mind and their thoughts. And bringing into your awareness, expanding your awareness to those personal interactions and fears, the relationships, your connections with the planets and the other hearts of other beings, and also the business aspects of anything you've been doing in your life at that time. And please face now this other version of you as we have frozen them in time. And I'd like you to imagine your heart gently relaxing and opening. Remember a happy time within this life, one of your most joyous times when you felt so joyful and in love. It could be the happiest day of your life so far, the event that's brought you the most joy, and just feel that up towards the top of your heart. And please place your left hand once again on this other version of you. And now that you've seen this fear, please repeat after me. Fear, I see you. Fear, I'm sorry. Fear, I forgive you. Fear, I thank you. Fear, I love you. And for that fear energy in the heart of your other version of you and your own heart, I'd like you to imagine drawing that fear energy out of the past life or future or present, this other version of you and your present, and bringing it into a golden protective bubble that you're holding in your hands. It's about the size of a football or a soccer ball. And you're bringing that fear energy into the bubble between your hands and paying attention to it. And imagine bringing in love from the highest dimension of source above as a column of golden light into this ball of fear within this golden protective bubble. And simply bringing in the energy to acknowledge it, to see it, to feel it, to understand this fear is very real. and it has great lessons to teach you. And just before you prepare to release this, please do ask this very key question: Fear, what lesson or lessons do you have to teach me at this time? Allow yourself to receive that lesson. And when you're ready, you can take that golden sphere of fear energy, and with the help of your spirit guide and Archangel Michael, please bring it over to your left and ask Archangel Michael to return this energy to source, or to never return here again as you release that fear energy. Now it's time to give this other version of you a choice. Remember, all of this is really just you, but we're using this as a way to connect with an aspect of you that's really needed your help and your love. And although we can't change the past, present, or future, what we can do is bring in our love and allow, if this other version of us chooses to, it still has its own free will. If they choose to face the very fear that caused the trauma to begin with, you can allow them to do this now. Just ask Archangel Metatron just to release time, unfreezing, playing out now this scene. And just as that traumatic event that triggered this fear to begin with begins to unfurl, allow this other version of you to make their own free will choice now. They may choose to face this fear. They may choose to repeat what they've done before. It's completely their choice. Just allow them to do this and gently observe, safely observe them. Just give them the space and time they need for that to play out. Wonderful. You're doing amazing. Well done. So now with this other version of you, please thank them so much. Perhaps you'd like to give them a big hug. And you can do so in the present just by squeezing yourself, hugging yourself, and say, "Thank you. I'm sorry you had to experience this fear. I love you and I forgive you. I'm ready to release this fear and to learn the lessons. If there's one thing I can do in this present life that will help me face that fear in the present, please show me now." Thank you. And I'd encourage you in the live chat, or we can do it once we're done. Please do share each of these experiences in as much depth as you feel comfortable. So, one last hug, this other version of you, and now leave them to release them to get on with their lives. And with the help of Archangel Michael and this spirit guide that you invited in, please turn around now and make your way back to the Akashic Record door through which you entered into this timeline, this version of you. I'll give you a moment to get back to the door. If you're not sure where to go, just follow the grounding cord that you connected into the heart of Mother Earth. And then once you've got back to your door, just step through, making sure Archangel Michael and your guide come through with you. And maybe just send one blast of love from your heart just before you close that door. Just send in love into that whole timeline of you, that whole version of you in existence. And now you can close your Akashic Records door. And just before you release this door back to your Akashic Records, please join me with this message to all of the doors and all of the records that exist within our Akash, that we love you. And there's not one fear I am unwilling to face. There is nothing I have done across my many lifetimes that does not deserve my love. And if I haven't met you already, if you're my deepest, darkest fear, the greatest shame I yield, know that I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you with my love, my courage, my bravery, my big open heart. I'm coming here to love you and to see you and to shine my light upon you. And for now, send a nice stream of golden light from the center of your heart out across all your Akashic records, past, parallel, present, and future. And with that love in your heart, please continue now back to the entrance of your Akashic records through which you entered to begin with. And just walk through that door now together with Archangel Michael and your guide. And you can also close this door behind you. And then once you've done that, as you've closed the door, you may choose to just write a little message, leave a message for yourself on the door. I often enjoy leaving an inspirational message for myself the next time I visit here. The message I'd left for myself previously was no fear, unloved. And when you're ready, we'll ask Archangel Metron to close our Akashic records, close our Akashic records, close our Akashic records, and to release them back now. Thank you. And when you're ready, you can turn back around to and join the circle of our class, both in the live stream and the replay. If you remember at the start, I had the violet flame burning at the very center. Still with your spirit guide with you, and Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Metron are with us. And if you wish, you could take a little note of the one action that you chose to take in helping face that fear. And whether the other version of you chose to face the fear themselves or not, or showed you what may happen if they face that fear. Just allow yourself to hold that note. And the journey of facing our fears is an eternal journey. There are many layers and steps. And just know that every single step you take, including this very investment in this practice of choosing to face fears, is the first step. And that you've done fantastically well identifying a fear, seeing how another version of you would experience that fear, and then choosing to bring in your love to those moments. Your love energy will always succeed over the fear. So, in those moments, as you face this one action at least that you've chosen to take as a result of today's session, every time you look at that message, that note you've given yourself, drench it in the love of your heart. Because all fear is trying to teach us is there's a big, bright, beautiful future ahead of us with more joy than we could ever imagine if we can just face that fear. And this is the fear you hold in your hands, the key to your dream life, your dream business, your dream partnership, whatever you choose. So please just allow yourself to gently come back to your body. Before I close the session space today, I'd like to give us a few minutes to share any of our experiences, no matter what you experienced in the live chat. And I'll drink some water and share some of my experience as well. You may choose to stretch your body a little bit and move around. And hello to all 33 of you in the live stream. So, yes, please do share any of your experiences. I'll let you type as I share mine. And I must admit, it was new to me. So, my experience was very much being on board um, a, a galactic ship. So, it's a big spaceship. And I'd been working for someone. I believed what I'd been doing was helping heal people that they'd been sending. They'd actually sent an entire ship of people, like felt like over 1,000 people to come to me, and that I was doing one-to-one healings with them whilst they're aboard my ship. And that after people had completed the healing, that they then go into a kind of maybe what do you call these things? You know, these space pod things. Oh, they've got a name. Stasis, where people go into stasis. So it's almost like they would go into like a stasis pod afterwards, after they'd received their healing. And as far as I was concerned, this was all for good. This was to help them prepare for long space travel. And when this being came to visit me and said, you know, thank you for your service. You've done incredibly well. You've healed these 1,000 people, and they've safely made it into their stasis pods. They said they're not going on a, a long haul space travel. It felt like they'd been captured, and that their souls were going to be used. And actually, the being that I was serving was not human at all. It felt really quite demonic, and I was just shocked. It was like this feeling in this other version of me was like my heart just shrank, and it just felt so traumatizing. And I was looking at all these people and looking at this being, and it felt like until today's session, that whole timeline had played out. And because I remember this being saying to me, "Now you won't be lonely. Now you'll have beings around you." And it was this horrible, like sickening feeling. Um, and so after we kind of intervened, and um, although I don't really feel we can change space and time, it did feel like my past life had the opportunity to face that fear. And so when we kind of hit play again, my 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 past life said no, like I'm not doing this, and then went about freeing the very people that had accidentally been involved in capturing. And in this life, it felt like I wondered why, I have some resistance to things like membership groups, and a big part of my work is scaling to lots of people, and it feels like that was some of the resistance that was holding me back, was like, what if all this was for not for good? And because that's happened in some past lives. So that was so powerful. Thank you for listening. And lots of you have been sharing, so let me read this out. Thank you so much. Um, and I can see, I don't know if does that make it any bigger? Very slightly. That's as big as the text goes on the screen. Um, so I'll just read these out. So it says, oh, Viviani's here. Hello, Viviani, and hello, everyone. And that's lovely. If you've joined late, you can just, even the live, you can rewind, which is great. So Mary Black says, "Hello, Mary. Fear of swimming. I am okay. Nothing to fear." Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I've had a fear of ocean swimming before. Thank you for that. Uh, Lily Indigorio, 33 is numerology for Christ consciousness, unconditional love. Very nice resonance. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for that. Claudia Ramos says, "Thank you, John," and a lovely heart. Thank you. I love your picture as well. MJ Cronkite says, "So powerful, thank you." And three lovely hearts. Cried the entire time. Oh, so much love. Sending so much love, MJ Cronkite. Pamela says, "My fears are minimal compared to the fear of dying in battle. The feeling of triumph I will feel whenever I do something despite the fear." Oh, that's beautiful. Um, and some hellos to each other, which is lovely to see. Shirley says, "I met myself on a battleground. I was on my knees, bloodied and alone. Everyone was dead and gone from the battle. I, I exhausted and I felt done. The fear came through so strongly of abandonment." Oh, Shirley, thank you for sharing. Sending you in your past life so much love. Aurora said before, "I tried to follow but had difficulty to focus. I went back and forth from a memory which I believe is a past and traumatic life. I was listening to your calm voice instead." Thank you, John. Oh, Aurora 74, thank you. Um, yeah, it's really interesting. I do feel, I mean, in part, I have a voice that helps things like people fall asleep a bit. There's quite a few steps in that session as well. So there's quite a lot to kind of just gradually follow your way through. And it does feel that, and I've had this quite a lot for some of the biggest fears I face, and they've been some past life fears. In particular, when I was a seer, was that I would, a bit like Aurora 74, some of your experiences, I would get this kind of back and forth. I'd get this like a little snapshot, and and it's a really beautiful way of just feeling into the fear. It's like just being aware, first of all, that that past trauma existed, and then you have the opportunity to say, okay, right, I can go when I feel ready, when I feel strong enough, I can go back and begin to face it and get into a bit more detail. So well done. And there's nothing wrong or right about these experiences. They're all valid. So you're doing just great. Thank you. Dorothea Fisher says, "It's just so good to be in your healing energy. fear of homelessness, being chased from my home in many lives. Oh, sending you so much love and thank you so much. And Shirley says, your voice brought me back. Thank you, John. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you. And 33 in the chat. Um, so beautiful. Thank you. Carol Linquist is saying, fear poverty has been experienced, but not now, thankfully. Oh, that's also so beautiful. And if there was one action you were given, I found, like, do let us know in the live chat as well. My action was to um I found it quite bem- bemusing. Is that the right term? Maybe like a little bit confusing, because it was really just this feeling of, so what, so what, John? So in this past life, when I was tricked, right? That could happen at any time in any existence, and alls I can ever do is just, you know, go with my gut, go with my heart, with pure and clear intentions, and know that everything happens for a reason. And I just felt like, well, it's almost just my personal action is to just be aware of that and still go with it, to trust ultimately. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm trying to say, is to trust. Um, oh, and Cass Michelle, um, I'll be rewatching from the start as I was late. I had an awareness of this incarnation being my 999,991 life, and being released all fears, but there could be a hidden. It's true. And thank you for sharing that. Shirley says, I'm proud of everyone here. Yeah, well done, everyone. I'm so proud of you for doing this. Well done. Um, and Cass Michelle says, does this feel to be so by your guides, the amount of lives with the total ability to release densities of in the now? Um, I'm not connecting with individuals just now, but my intuition, Cass, is yes. That feels right for you. Um, and yes, it's a lot of lives, but many of us do have a lot of lives. I've never tried to count mine, but I know I go back a very, very long time. It's definitely into the thousands. Well, thank you so much for coming along. And if you're watching this in the replay, please do comment, like, share as much as like in the comments, because know that other people watch this, right? This is just the start of the journey for this video. And even if it's just one person comes along and reads your comments, it can change their life. And sometimes all we're really doing is bringing love to, in a safe space, to the very fearful and traumatic experiences that many of us have experienced throughout this life and many other lives. And often that's all our shadows want, all our fears want, is some love and then a little bit of action. Um, so thank you so much. Um, and Claudia was just adding, I was being beaten. It was Egypt. I was a male wearing sandals and I had a white cloth around my waist. I was so embarrassed. I think he wasn't that nice of a guy. Oh, thank you for sharing. Um, Cass says, you're such a beautiful soul. We're all grateful to be here and to grow and to share love. It's awesome. Oh, thank you, Cass. Carol says, thanks for your work, John. I always feel gratitude. Thank you, Carol. Thank you so much. And Angie said, my fears of failure in healing people in a past life because I was helping people I shouldn't have and I sent love. Oh, well done for identifying that. That's a really brave one as well, right? Okay, so let's bring our session to an end. And I'd like to thank our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia, and every soul that's participated in today's session. And I'd invite everyone to remain in their individual protective bubbles for as long as they choose, and to step outside of the shared session space And just to double check, I'm closing the Akasha records, closing the Akasha records, closing the Akasha records. Thank you, Archangel Metatron, making sure everyone's out of the shared space as I close it down and return to source. We'll never return here again. Please do get plenty of rest, drink plenty of water. And if I have remembered, I will have done something very magical, such as added the little squares that appear uh, up in the corners of this video to link you on. If not, please do. I've just posted it into the live chat again, and you'll see it in the description of this video. This 5D Ascension class is part of a free playlist now called a course on YouTube, um, with over 15, I think we're at 16 videos now, sessions like this and other supporting material to help you go from the very start of mindful meditation all the way through to facing fears that we're at the moment. And we'll just continue cycling through this class to help more and more people around the world. So please do feel free to share with anyone that you feel will resonate with. And of course, donations are welcome. You'll see them linked in the description. And you can also book a one-to-one session with me if you want to go into detail one-to-one and to me to help you with any specific challenges that you have. These sessions are very generic, but I love connecting with people's spirit guides, doing the introductions, helping you with your past life healing, quantum energy healing. It's a whole list of stuff. And it's an honor to serve you at this time. So thank you so much, everyone. Take good care of yourselves and your beautiful hearts. And well done. You did it. You faced fears. Congratulations. Thank you so much, everyone. Sending my love from Scotland. I love you. Bye.